Essentially, the subconscious holds our beliefs. It holds everything that we believe deep down within ourselves, and it will hinder you or set you free. So we need to be able to get into that subconscious mind and just look at it. What's up, everybody? Thank you for attending. Today, I'm going to be talking about your subconscious mind, affirmations, and how meditation ties into this. For a while, psychologists did not recognize the subconscious mind as being something that is real, but there were people like Freud, Jung, Nietzsche, and Shakespeare who all knew there was something deeper than their conscious, everyday waking mind that was operating on a deeper level, and it was operating on almost like a overwatch level as well. So it was almost over everything else, watching what was happening. And we now know that's the subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind, when you are moving throughout your day, there is about 200 million bits of information that your mind is receiving every single second. So your subconscious mind is a data filter. It filters out everything that doesn't need to go into your mind. Your conscious mind, which is actually recognizing, and like I have this coffee cup here, my subconscious mind has said the coffee cup is fine. I can recognize that this is here. I can reach over and pick this up. Same thing with this pen. So the subconscious mind is deleting information that is not valuable. Like I have a light on. That's not really a valuable information to your conscious mind. That's not really used as a tool. It's on, it's there, it's good to go. So the conscious mind is kind of seeing tools that your subconscious mind is filtering everything else out. Now, also your subconscious mind is a huge memory bank. So this is where we start getting into how meditation can apply to the subconscious mind. So that memory bank is, if it's powerful enough to filter out somewhere around 200 million bits of information, it's powerful enough to remember pretty much everything. And so what will happen is something will happen in your life, your subconscious mind will store it, and then it becomes stored in your body through some type of emotion. So long-term memories are made because of an extreme emotion that was felt. And whatever that emotion is, it could be anywhere on the spectrum of emotions, but there was some large amount of emotions that you felt, and it got put into your mind, and it's stuck in there now as a memory, whether it be positive or negative. And those emotions will come out through your body as well. So where meditation ties into this is if your subconscious mind is storing all of this stuff, it's storing negative memories, positive memories, anything. So we want to kind of focus in on the negative ones. Now, all of us know, I think that once you kind of reach your 20s, sometimes you might sit back and say, there are things that are wrong with me, and I don't really know what they are, and I don't really know where to start fixing them. And you'll see people, they'll acknowledge the fact that I've got issues. I've got things wrong with me, and they can't really figure it out. Well, that's that subconscious mind that has stored these old memories, these old emotions, and these old feelings, and they don't know how to deal with them. Now, I know personally, I have trust issues. There were things when I was a child that caused me to have trust issues, and relationships that I've been in since then have suffered because of it. The last girl I dated actually told me that I never trusted her. Sorry about that. But that's what happens to us. So when we sleep, actually, I'm going to move over to this whiteboard here and show you what happens when we sleep. So this is a very simple chart. You can see we have brain waves and sleep cycles. So over here on the x-axis, we've got brain waves, and then on the y-axis, we've got sleep/meditation, because sleep and meditation are one and the same. Sleep is the deepest meditation that we all get every night. So all the benefits that you see from sleeping are all the benefits that you will get from meditation as well. So these are our brain waves. You have beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Beta are the fastest moving brain waves. They're moving like this. So that means that your mind is having somewhere around 30 to 40 thoughts per minute. Different thoughts. That's what I've spoken about before, is that mind shattering. It takes about 20 minutes to turn beta down and get into alpha. So now your brain is moving a little bit slower, hence this going down. So in alpha, let's say you have 10 to 30 thoughts per minute. Theta, even slower, 5 to 7. Delta, 2 to 3 thoughts per minute. So while we sleep, we go in and out of this. This right here is right around REM sleep, that REM sleep, that deep rest that we get. And when we're dreaming, we're down here in delta and theta. So when you're awakening, you're coming from alpha into beta. Another reason I say that folks should meditate before the sun rises or after the sun sets is because light, whether it be artificial or natural sunlight, moves you into beta. But if you can be in a dark room or it's dark outside, you are naturally moving into alpha so that your body can go to sleep, or because you just woke up, you're arising slowly from alpha. Now, no matter what, when you sit down and meditate, you're going to flow through these. Now, it's very difficult to get down here to delta. That takes a lot of practice and a lot of work. But if you put in 20 minutes every single day and you really focus and you don't waste your time when you're sitting down, you will move into alpha pretty much every single day on command as you want to. It won't be on command. It's going to take you about 20 minutes to get there. But you can move into the alpha state. And this is true for all beginners. You can get yourself down into this alpha state. Maybe it takes you 2 weeks to ever get there because you're so stressed out that you're up here in beta the whole time. But you will eventually move down to alpha. And then as you get better and better, you can get down into theta, and you will recognize it as you do. So, how does this all tie in to our subconscious mind? This is your conscious mind. These are your subconscious mind. So, you can imagine that if we split it into fourths, okay, 4 cookies, all 4 cookies are in the conscious mind here. Right here, 3 cookies are in the conscious mind, 1 is in the subconscious. Now we've got 2 and 2, 2 cookies in the conscious, 2 in the subconscious, 3. That didn't work out well, but you get the idea. You're deeper into your subconscious down here than you are to your conscious up here. So when we meditate, we are naturally tapping into that subconscious a little more. So you will get creative insights. You will have old memories come up, old emotions come up, like we had spoke about before. You'll recognize deeper things about life and like the meaning of life. So superficial things about yourself will begin to fall away, and you will become more of who you are, and you will become more comfortable with being who you are because you're actually getting down into this subconscious mind, which is truly who you are, where that conscious mind is who you say you want to be or who you say that you are. You'll meet people all the time that will talk about who they are and what they're like. That's what they want, but it's not always true. A lot of it is just that conscious mind pitching something out there that's not actually the truth, where the subconscious is the truth, and the truth will set you free. So we all want to get down into that. Now, the thing about doing it when you're sleeping is that conscious mind up here, where things are moving a little bit faster, that conscious mind really gets turned off. That's why you don't really remember anything. Now, you might remember your dreams. There's a little play between your subconscious and conscious. They're communicating with each other. But other than that, you don't remember anything. You went to sleep. I know I have talked in my sleep before. Didn't know I did it. So that's your subconscious mind. It's just running. It's just running along, processing things, letting things out, and it's going, and you don't remember anything. So you don't really get in touch with that true part of yourself and that subconscious mind. But when we meditate, we remember what happens, because that conscious mind is never fully turned off, because you're not actually asleep. It's like sleeping, but you're not actually asleep. You're awake and you're sitting up straight. We do not want to lay down while we meditate, because we do risk falling asleep, and it turns off your brain stem, essentially, where it connects into your spine, and we don't want to do that. We want everything connected. Your spine is like a second brain. So we want to be sitting up straight. You don't have to be on the ground cross-legged or anything like that. You can sit. I started out sitting on the side of my bed. I just sat on the side of my bed with my hands in my lap and started meditating that way. So that's what we can all do. I still do that on a daily basis. I will sit in a chair. I'll go to a park, sit in a lawn chair, and meditate. Now, why do I go to a park? Nature, immersing yourself in nature, has been shown to move your mind into an alpha brainwave state. This is probably why our ancient ancestors were a lot less stressed out than we were, because beta is associated with stress. When your mind is doing this all over the place, your body is then responding, because it's sending signals into your spine and out through your nervous system about all these different thoughts. So you're going from different emotional states all over the place, and it's not good for you. That's where that stress comes from. So we want to slow that mind down a little bit and calm it down. Less thoughts per minute. This is also going to help you with your focus. Naturally, if you're sitting down and you're trying to do some work and your mind is all over the place, you can't focus. I know we've all been there probably, where you're thinking about something, oh, you're hungry, and your mind keeps going back to the hunger so much that you eventually just get up and eat some food to get it out of the way so you can get back to work. So, meditating in nature, meditating in a dark room when you first wake up, or right before you go to sleep, are great times, because the way God made the world, you are already in this alpha state, okay? So your brain is already kind of moving around here, and it's already slow, so you can sit down and meditate, and you can kind of play in here a little bit more. Or maybe you just ride out alpha. That'd be a little bit better. You want to get comfortable with being there, and we want to become more familiar. We want to become more familiar with being in the alpha brainwave state, what we feel like, what we act like, and everything like that. Because a lot of times, that subconscious will fight it with our conscious mind. It'll tell us the truth about ourselves in some way, shape, or form, and we will go back to old habits through the conscious mind, because that subconscious makes us uncomfortable about who we truly are. But it would benefit us, and especially folks around us, if we could be honest about who we are, what we are, and things like that. Things that we are good at, or things that we are bad at. I know that whenever I had job interviews, the hardest question for me was strengths and weaknesses, because I didn't think that I had any weaknesses. And something that I realized through meditating was a weakness. Thinking that I had no weaknesses is a major weakness. I think that I can do everything and complete and accomplish everything, but I can't. I have flaws, and I have blind spots that someone else could help me out with, and they can help me recognize these. So this is that self-awareness that we want to build, because I'm sure if you're not a confident person, it's probably the opposite for you, where you can find weaknesses, but you have a hard time finding strengths. And then if you're like myself and you're confident, you can find strengths, but you have a hard time finding weaknesses. Whatever it is, we need to be able to see both sides of the picture so that we can move through life in the best way possible and recognize these things about ourselves. So now we're going to talk about your subconscious mind, meditation, and affirmations, how that all works. Now, I know that affirmations are a very popular thing for folks. Especially recently, I can look all through YouTube and stuff and I can see what people are searching, and affirmations are something that people want. And if you just type in affirmations, you'll see it all up and down YouTube. Positive affirmations, positive affirmations. I want all of you to know that if you are listening to affirmations through headphones or something, maybe you put on those 8-hour ones and go to sleep, it doesn't work. It does not work. Yes, affirmations will work better when you're deep into your subconscious mind. But if you cannot connect them to your conscious mind, then it's not going to work. You have to be able to use both of these. Here's why it's not going to work. You go to sleep at night, you listen to some affirmations and they say, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am strong. And it repeats that, or it says a bunch of things in that same kind of vein. And then you wake up in the morning and you go and look in the mirror and you're not happy with who you see. And then you go and you look around and you get ready to go to work and you're like, I can't even afford a new car if I needed to buy one. Or if I wanted to buy one. I want a new car right now and I can't afford it. So what is happening? Your conscious mind is now reaffirming what your subconscious mind already knows, despite what you listened to overnight. And now they're working together. So, and your subconscious mind is those deep beliefs. It's those deep-seated beliefs that you have in yourself. So if you listen to affirmations at night and then you wake up in the morning and you're immediately deleting those affirmations because of your subconscious beliefs that are arising to your conscious mind, and they're being spoken, of course, within yourself, but they're being spoken in your own mind. It does not matter what you listen to with your affirmations. It has to be integrated into the conscious mind as well. So what do we do for that? We meditate. Meditating will take you from here, because if you're just up here in the conscious mind, you're not really getting anything into your subconscious mind. Again, you're not believing it. Let's say that at noon, at lunchtime, you read your affirmations to yourself every single day. And then as you're reading them, you do the same things. You say, I am healthy. And then you think, well, actually, I'm not healthy. I've got wrinkles all over my skin and I look like shit. And then you say, I am wealthy. You've got that written on a sheet of paper. And then again, oh, well, I could buy a car if I wanted to. And what's happening is your conscious mind is reading this and your subconscious mind is talking. And it's saying, nah, that's not actually true. So you're being shown your beliefs. You're being shown the deep beliefs that you have and the potential that you have of how far you can go in life by your subconscious mind, but we are not aware enough to watch that and see it happening. Most people do not have the awareness to sit down, read something like that, and then listen to their mind as they read it out. What is my mind saying? How do I feel when I read this stuff? Do I actually believe this? Most people don't. And so you're really wasting your time with doing affirmations that way. So what you want to do is when you wake up first thing in the morning, I would recommend don't get out of bed. Do not even get out of bed. Sit up. I sit on my pillow. Sit up. Meditate. 20 minutes. 20-minute minimum, so you can get in here and kind of play around in here a little bit better. Then get up and read your affirmations while your mind is still very slow and very calm. Both of these are together. When you read them, you want to read them out loud. You want to speak them with your actual mouth. So you might notice that as you read these affirmations, you don't feel anything. You don't think anything. Your mind is blank. Well, that's a good thing. It's going in there with no emotion behind it. That's good. We're at least getting it into the conscious and subconscious, and nothing is fighting these affirmations that you're saying to yourself. So eventually you will start recognizing that you believe what you're saying, and you'll start feeling emotions as you're reading it. And when you get there, that's when you're really starting to integrate it into your subconscious mind. How? Well, I spoke about this earlier. Extreme emotions make long-term memories. All of your memories are stored in your subconscious mind, whether it was an extreme emotion or not so extreme. Those not so extreme ones are the ones that you're eventually consciously going to forget, but your subconscious will remember. Those extreme ones, you can consciously remember those. So you will start feeling positive emotions around what you're saying. I am healthy. And you'll notice your mind will start saying, well, okay, I have wrinkles on my skin, but I do have all 4 limbs. I have all my arms and all my legs. Oh, well, maybe I could exercise. I heard cardio is really good for skin health. There we go. Now we've gotten somewhere. What happened? It went into your subconscious mind. You felt an emotion, you believed it, and your subconscious mind spat out a creative way to look at the positive side and then fix what the problem is as well. So both of those tied together, looking at the positive side and fixing something, will rocket launch you to wherever you want to go in your life. So essentially, the subconscious holds our beliefs. It holds everything that we believe deep down within ourselves, and it will hinder you or set you free. So we need to be able to get into that subconscious mind and just look at it in the beginning. We don't need to be trying to change and twist nothing, because you think with your conscious mind that you know how to change it or you know where you want to go, but you don't. You need to just get into that subconscious mind and just look at it. Just be able to look at it with the conscious mind. After you look at it for a while, you'll start picking things apart and piecing things together at the same time, and you will eventually move into being able to kind of say what you want in your mind, in your meditation. So something will come up in your mind, and you will begin to naturally see the positive side of it. And then as you are watching, this thing came up, this scenario in your mind, maybe it's an old scenario that you always had negative emotions around and you always felt bad about. That will come up. You'll see it come up. You're not getting involved in it. You just let it come up. And then all of the sudden, you just get hit with something that says, well, actually, that was amazing that happened. And you begin to realize that it happened for you, not to you. And so because you're awake, you're still awake and your conscious mind is running when this happens, you realize that everything happens for you and not to you. So this is how meditation benefits you in the long term, because you could have an experience while you meditate and you're aware enough to watch these different mind layers that are running like they always do every single day. You will have that old thing that you were bringing up, you will have that come up every single day almost. And you have the same emotions around it, but then one day that emotion just flips, and that's that subconscious giving you a creative solution, a creative way around the negative emotion that you feel. And the memory of that you can take with you to the rest of your life. Now you know, holy crap, everything happens for me and not to me. Everything in my life is, I'm either making it happen on purpose or God is putting it there for me, so that I can grow from it. And this will put you into that growth mindset, which ties back in to my video on mental toughness. That growth mindset is very important. Now, this little paper you see right here, That is my goals. So I wake up, I meditate every morning, I walk out here into my living room, and I read this aloud to myself. It's not affirmations. I don't tell myself I'm strong, healthy, wealthy, nothing like that. It's just my goals. So I'm doing the same thing that I'm telling y'all. I'm just doing it with my financial goals so that I can sit there and download them into my subconscious mind. So anytime a doubt comes into my mind, that's already back in there. And as soon as the doubt pops up, I can throw it away with my conscious mind. Now, that is slowly training my mind to where I do genuinely believe in myself. And I do genuinely think that I can reach this goal. So these are things we all want to work for. Meditating, getting good sleep, trying to slow that mind down, get in touch with that subconscious, don't judge it, just let it do what it is. So, this is my longest video yet. I think this is a very good one. I hope that you found value in this. I could go on forever about the subconscious mind. So if you do want to speak more about it, please email me. My email will be in the description below. Other than that, thank you for being here.